You are about to witness the very exciting story of a city and its people.
Welcome to motherfucking Detroit.
What up, though? What up, though? This is Detroit Mail with another No Name podcast. I'm back. Yeah, been gone for a while. Had death in the family and some other stuff I had to deal with. So had to take some time off, get my head right. But now I'm back, and as you can see, the Lions beat the Packers. But we're going to get to our preliminaries before we get into that. So if you have not done it, please go over to our YouTube channel and hit the likes and subscribe button. Bing, bang. Hit that notification button. Bing, bang. And you will get everything that we upload, everything that we send to the channel. For instance, every Monday and Tuesday, we go live with the IOW Sports Show with Wildcard Mar and the big homie Nick Shine. And that's where we talk about everything concerning sports. That's NBA, MLB, NFL, college, NCAA, I guess that's college, NHL, anything concerning sports. We will talk about it on that. So if you just want to chop it up about sports, hey, tune in 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We chop it up about sports. If you're a Chief fan, Wildcard Mar has the Wildcard Chief channel right here in this network. He talks about everything Chiefs, everything concerning Chiefs. So if you're a Chiefs fan or you know a Chief fan, hey, tune in. You get some insight from Wildcard Mar. Also, if you are a late night person and who wants to just be up late and want to talk about sports, we have the Late Night Owl with one and only Wildcard Mar. He does a Late Night Owl show, and he chops up about everything sports. And if you are a Jets fan, we got the big homie Nick Shine. He does everything Jets concerning the Jets with his channel, Proud Jets Fan. But on this channel here, we talk about everything Detroit Lions. So we're going to get into the video and we're going to get out your way first. And man, great win. And, so much I want to say, and I'm probably going to wrap it up into it, like just fold into another video. But this was a great win for Detroit, man. It had the hype, the Aaron Rodgers hype, all the stuff, the mess that Aaron Rodgers was talking from beginning of the season, leading up to this game, the lack of respect and everything. This win made kind of, I won't say payback, kind of a payback for all that, I guess, for lack of better words, or just to show everybody that, hey, this is not a fluke. We swept them. This season we swept the Packers, swept Chicago, and split with the Vikings. So division wise, we did well. 5-1 in division. Can't complain. Seemed like the game got off to a slow start, a lot of field goals. But the defense actually played pretty good. Hutch got 2 sacks. Kirby Joseph got a pick. And, I was kind of watching. I had to go back and watch the game again. John Kaminsky and a few other, I think it was Pascal too, they were putting pressure on Rodgers. It didn't show up in statistics as a sack. They was pushing that pocket. And that's something that goes unnoticed when you start looking at, when you start not looking, but you start talking about what teams do. Sacks is the sexy stuff. He got 6 sacks, he got 8 sacks, he got 9 sacks, double-digit sacks. That's the sexy stuff. But the little intangible things that helps in defense that you don't see, those hurries, those rushes, pushing that pocket, that messes the timing of the throws, which can lead to interception, which can lead to bad throws, under throws, throwing in the dirt. Those are the little intangible things that I noticed when I started watching, went back and started watching the film that doesn't get noticed. And you saw that in this game. They was constantly pressuring Aaron Rodgers, constantly putting pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And it was good, man. I was enjoying it. Second, that boy Kirby Joseph was balling. He was balling. Gotta give him his props. On tackling. I mentioned the pick earlier. Kirby was balling. Anzalone got a sack. He got a couple pressures. He actually was tackling pretty good. And the thing about Anzalone for me is like he had games you'd be like, oh man, that man balling. Then he had games where he just like diving all over the place and missing tackles. Quick. Anzalone is quick. So I'll give him that. I saw him chase running backs down. So I think he don't get a lot of props for his quickness as a linebacker. His football IQ is there. That's why I said, I don't know if you ever seen the video earlier when I was talking about Anzalone. I don't think they should get rid of Anzalone. I think they just need another linebacker to complement what they have. You got the rookie and Rodriguez, who seems to be, a good linebacker that can develop into a great linebacker. You got the football IQ of Anzalone, the speed of Anzalone. But I think you need a good either veteran linebacker in there to kind of help hone the skills of both linebackers, or pick up a quality linebacker in the draft that can kind of round out this linebacker room. But that's for another video. I really want to get into personnel and what the Lions should do. But I really want to talk about this game because this was a gritty win. And this is showing you what this team is becoming and developing into. Good teams know how to win different ways. You can win in blowouts. You can win in close games. You can win in comebacks. And you've seen throughout the year that they have learned how to win different ways. They done won on the road a couple of times now, where the knock against them was they can't win on the road, only win at home. They had some comeback games. They had some close games where they kind of came in and were keeping it close. So I think this team is developing to a winning team that a lot of teams gonna be scared to play. And can I say, it might be taking the moniker away from the Cowboys, and they may be America's team. I don't know. Starting to see a lot of people starting to, get the Lions some love, which is good. You're gonna start seeing a lot of people that's not from Detroit or live in Detroit with Lion shirts on. Could that be? Are they finally getting respect in the league? I don't know if anybody who's listening to this ever watch our live show that we do. We got a few other fans on there, and we go at each other in joking ways. And it's always that knock, oh, nobody care about the Lions, blah, 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 that kind of thing. But in reality, I think they are starting to get some love. I think people are starting to show the Lions some love. And, that's a good thing. Now, what they do next year is pivotal to where this team is going to start to grow. How are they elevating? How are they going into a winning season, or just going to be a fluke? I think what they do next year is pivotal to their growth. In this game, I saw a lot of great plays. Did I see some things need to be cleaned up? Yes, some things need to be cleaned up. It wasn't a perfect game, but still, it was a gritty win. And those are the kind of games they got to learn how to win. Those are the kind of games they got to pull out. Those are the kind of games you want to see a team that's on the rise play and win. I think they need to get another field goal kicker. I think Jake Moody would be a good field goal kicker to get. 'Cause I think that I can't take his name right now. Why I can't take the field goal kicker's name? Oh God, wow, that's on the tip of my tongue too. Anyway, I think that field goal, he missed too many field goals for me. That another 3 points was taken off the board because he missed a field goal in this game. He missed field goals in other games. I think that we need a good solid field, because when you think about Lions teams, whether they were winning, whether they were losing bad, they always had good field goal kick. Always already back to Eddie Murray. Great field goal kickers. They always had good field goal kickers, And I think they need to continue that trend and draft. And don't get moody, but draft a good field goal kicker. And the reason I say draft one in the late rounds, of course, is because I think drafting one, we can get somebody that can grow with this team as this team grows. We got a young team. And as they grow together and mold together, every player, every position grows and molds together. Now, do I think they should? I do think they should get some veteran players next year and kind of enhance and teach some things to some of these young players. However, I think that what they have now is a great nucleus to build on. This was a great win. I know I'm talking a little bit about the other part aspects, and I'm trying to get into that, but while I'm watching the game, it's making me think about these things. As I'm watching them play, it's making other questions, other things come up. Could this be next year, deep into the playoffs? Next year they'll be favorites in a lot of games. Next year, more prime time, more prime time games. Next year, looking at more 4:30 games, 4 o'clock games. You know, those will show you where they are nationally and where the respect level is from other teams. And I think that's where they're growing to. The Detroit Lions are on the move. Detroit Lions are growing, and it feels good to be a Lions fan. I think this season, although they didn't make the playoffs, still was a great season. I mean, you more than double what you did last year. You showed poise. You showed grit. You showed fight. And you got some teams taking you serious, like, oh, they're not coming out. We're gonna play Detroit, and they're automatically putting a W in the win column. No, they're gonna have to come play. These boys gonna play. They're taking on the identity of the coach and the coaching staff, and that's what's great about this team. I think that's what's different that I see. I look at past regimes and past teams that were here since I've been watching the Lions, since I've been a Lions fan, is that I'm seeing and feeling a change, not only within the organization, but nationally. As I go through YouTube and social medias, I'm seeing more and more people who are not traditional Lions fan, who are not natives of Michigan, who are talking about the Lions, who are fans of the Lions, who loving the Lions. And that's what this, how can I say this in word? That's what I think makes me move from the SOL kind of mindset into a mindset of they really can do something. They really got something. This Packers game, I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers. I'm just gonna say it. I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers lose because of the smugness of him, because of how he talked about the team. This is a league where any given team can beat any given body. It's like the old saying, the old adage go, any given Sunday. And for you to say, oh, we can't lose to that team. Oh, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's an issue that I don't care if we was 2-5. I mean, only won 2 games. We're gonna get up to play that game because of what he said. And I think that, I think it was Deshaun Elliott who said some things when I interviewed him, and it wasn't just talk. They went out and backed it up. They went out and played. I think Hutch should be more in the conversation now for defensive rookie of the year. I mean, I still like Sauce Gardner. I still like what's the name, Wooten on Seattle. I still think they're great players, but I still think Hutch should be in that conversation. James Houston. They got some playmakers on this team, man. I think that now you gotta
put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Gotta put some respect on the name, bro. You got to
put some respect on my name.
They got to put some respect on his name now. When you say Detroit Lions, it's going to be synonymous with winning. And I think now it's getting you excited about what next year is going to bring. what is Brad Holmes gonna do in the draft? And since he hit on a lot of picks, now you come kind of you have a trust factor now. It's kind of like, okay, I might not agree with that, but let me see what you're gonna do. I mean, the verdict's still out on Mitchell for me. But if you look at the ones he did hit on, I think he hit on Hutch. I think that Rodriguez was a good pick. St. Brown was a good pick. Penei Sewell was a good pick. Kirby Joseph was a good pick. Chase Lucas still ain't played because he's been injured most, so we got to see what he can do. So if he turns out to be a stud, that's another great pick you got there. So I think if you look, that's what 6, 7 picks right there. Well, it goes 6, and we don't know what Lucas gonna be, so we say 6 picks right there. I think well, I don't want to talk about personnel that much. So if I get into it, that's a whole other video. But I think if you look at it from that standpoint, the excitement is there. And I think this game was exciting to watch. And, I think that it makes me excited about the following year. What is this year going to bring in a draft? And what is that 2023 fall season training camp? All that stuff is going to be really exciting to see what they do when the preseason start. I'll be glued to my TV to see what they're going to do. Because they play hard, man. They play hard. I mean, they start off kind of slow. I was kind of, oh, come on, y'all. They played this game hard. Jamal Williams, 17 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Swift had a good game. St. Brown did his thing as usual. Defense played pretty good. I mean, they had pressure on Rodgers all game. Awore, I don't think he's gonna be here next year. You know what I'm saying? Just don't think he's gonna be here next year. But and overall, man, they played a great game. I hate now this Carolina game seems to come back and hunt us, but hey, I don't think it's a failed season, even though they didn't make the playoffs. I think it's a great season. And you gotta take your hats off to them, man. This was a great season. Man, this is a great season. But once in a long time, like I say, I'm excited about what the Lions can be and is doing. I mean, the year they had Stafford and John and Calvin and the great defense, Cliff Averill, Sue and all them, they had a great team, man. We can go on about how they got screwed in the Dallas game. But I think this time they're a team that plays with grit and guts that they might go deep into the playoffs next year. Deep into the playoffs. If they can put together the wins early in the season next year, or this year technically, but next season, let's say that. They put together the wins next season early and continue on the same path. Now we gotta look at it too. They may have a tougher schedule this year. I mean, I keep saying it's still this year, but next season they may have a tougher season this season coming up. But I'm excited about that because that'll show you where they are and where they stand. That's their litmus test. When they play in a better quality team and they beating those teams. I mean, they hung with Buffalo. They should have beat the Vikings. They should have beat Philly. Those are close games. Seattle, the defense ain't had it together by on those games. Now the defense is gelling. I think there might be a different outcome they play now. I think if they'd have got in and played San Francisco, I wouldn't have counted them out. Wouldn't have counted them out at all. But anyway, I just want to give a quick video, get back into the swing of things and everything. It's been, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks since I put a video up because of personal reasons, stuff that's been going on. But I'm back on the grind. You know what I'm saying? Ready to get this thing going. Like, share, and subscribe as always. And if you, like I said, if you want to chop it up about sports, man, come on in on every Monday at 4 p.m. We do a live show. You can jump in the comments. We live on Facebook, live on YouTube, stream live to Twitch, Twitter. Jump in the comments. Hey, you just want to do your 2 cents. I connect the phone, like you can call in. Jump in the comments. Hey man, I want to get on. And I drop the number and you can call in, or I'll send you a link. You come on in and talk with me on the show itself. There's a lot of stuff going on in sports that we're gonna try to talk about on Monday. Getting to these coach firings and some of the Jim Harbaugh stuff. Just a lot of stuff going on. NHL starting to heat up a little bit. A lot of moves in baseball. It's a lot of stuff. So if you just wanted to chop it up about sports, hey man, check us out live. You can't make the live show, we repost it up on YouTube. Jump in the comments. We're trying to grow something here. We're trying to build us a media conglomerate. So I'm looking for people, who want to do an NHL show. And hit me up. Drop in the comments, man. I love having NHL show connected to IOW Network. Anyway, till next time. Peace.